I'm Tia Borden with MiningIR, and we are wrapping up day 3 of the Resourcing Tomorrow conference here in London, brought to you by Mines and Money. Joining me is George B., CEO of US Gold Corp. George, thank you so much for joining me today.
Good afternoon, and how are you doing? Are you ready to go?
I'm ready for that glass of wine. I'm ready for the gala.
Me too.
I'm excited for tonight.
Let's make this quick then.
Well, there's lots I'm sure that you want to talk about, but first I'd love a little bit of information about the company.
The company?
The company, yeah.
Is a NASDAQ-listed company in the United States, which is a bit of an anomaly for the resource sector. So we go under the symbol USAU on the NASDAQ exchange, and we are a development and exploration company solely based in the United States. Our development project is in the state of Wyoming, and we have some excellent exploration assets in Nevada and Idaho. So really stable jurisdiction, good place to be working, and we're very close to being shovel ready with our project in Wyoming.
Can you tell us more about that project? That's your flagship.
Right. Well, the Copper King gold asset, it's been around for a while. It was last mined underground in the 1920s. It was discovered in the 1980s when the railroads came through. But now we're looking at it as an open pit mine. We will produce a copper gold concentrate, and that concentrate would then be shipped off to a smelter for further processing. So the concentrate, 20% copper, 2 to 3 ounces per ton of gold, really valuable concentrate, no deleterious elements, so we think that's going to work well. I think the important thing about the project is that it's on state and private ground. As a consequence, we don't have to deal with the federal government, and that can be a little time consuming. So we have put our permit application in. That was submitted in September, and we anticipate toward the end of next year or early 2024 a permit, and we're off to the races. 18 months of construction, and then we'll be producing a copper and gold concentrate for sale to meet the demand of the industry and all this electrification and so on.
We're coming into the new year very quickly. What do you think 2023 is going to look like for you?
2023, look, as you look at all the demand for electrification, for copper, we see copper prices increasing. Look at gold. We were prior to the close of last year, we were at $2,000 gold. Gold's hanging in there at $1,700, but gold, with the value of currencies, we think is going to take off. So, we're very well leveraged towards copper gold prices. Our all-in sustaining cost at the project is $800 per gold equivalent ounce. So as gold goes up and copper goes up, the margin on the project increases. We're already looking at on 1625 gold and 325 copper. We're already looking at a 39% internal rate of return on the project, so as those metal prices increase, it really does start printing money.
Now, what are some catalysts that maybe investors should be aware of?
Well, look, if you know anything about the Western U.S., about the drought conditions, the difficulties with water. We just had the City Council of Cheyenne. We're about 20 miles from the city of Cheyenne, so logistically it's really good. But the City Council approved outside water users agreement, so we'll be buying water from the city of Cheyenne. That's huge. We don't have to deplete anybody's aquifer, and we actually put money into the coffers of the city of Cheyenne. So we'll be announcing that, and then we'll be keeping everybody informed as to the progress as we move through the permitting cycle. So I think next year will be good, along with some better metal prices. It should work well.
Wonderful. George, what are the top reasons investors should invest with you?
Well, it's great value at the moment. As you look at our share structure, we have about 8.34 million shares outstanding. We're currently trading in $4.5 range. Like all other folks in our position, you've seen the sector come under a fair amount of pressure. So from an equity standpoint, it's a great buy at the moment. We have $7 million in the bank, which sees us through our permitting exercise. We won't be diluting our shareholders in the interim. Myself, founders of the company, insiders, we're about 20% of the shareholding of the company, so we're not going to be raising money and diluting at these prices. But as we move forward, as we see those valuation steps for the project moving forward, then we'll be raising the capital for development. And that capital, in all likelihood, about 2/3 of it we anticipate will be long-term, low-interest rate notes, and then topped off by equity. So it's a great investment at the moment.
George, thank you so much for all of the information and for being here today. I hope you enjoy the last little bit of what's left of this conference. The wine drinking part.
Well, that's right. And cheers to you.
Cheers to you as well.
Thank you so much for the opportunity to tell you a little bit about US Gold.
It was a pleasure.